Welcome to Shul.com. This past week in Israel, the IDF has been looking to find some of the hostages, and this past week they found one of the hostages, but unfortunately she had been killed. Her name was YEHUDIT. Let me show you a picture of her right there. There's a picture of her. Her name was YEHUDIT, and she was from the KIBUTZ ERI. And in the Parashat this weekend, Parashat Toldot, we can actually see this reference. I want to show it to you. It's really, really interesting. Take a look here on the pasuk. It says, "Vahi Esav ben 40 shana." Esav is 40 years old. Vayikach isha, and he takes a lady, et YEHUDIT bat be'eri, YEHUDIT, from the daughter of Be'eri, Hachiti, bet Baseman bat Elon Hachiti. The next pasuk, "Vatayena marat ruach leYitzhak u'Rivka," and there was a rebellious spirit to Yitzhak and Rivka because Esav went to the Chiti. The Chiti were one of the 7 nations that had to be uprooted from Eretz Israel. So when he went and took a lady from there, it upset his parents very, very much. The Mefarshim bring down that her name was not actually YEHUDIT, it was actually Aholibama. But that's for a different reference. What I found actually interesting is that she was 65 years old and she had 5 children. And if you actually look, there are 60 letters in the first pasuk, and there are 5 words in the other pasuk. And if you add them up, you have 60 letters and 5 words. It's 65, connoting her age. Her husband Shmulik, WEISS, was also killed on October 7th in Be'eri. And the reason why I find this also be interesting is that these 2 pesukim are actually in a separate parasha. What I mean is that every week we read what's called a parasha, but it's really called a seder, and every seder has in it parashiot setumot and petuchot. This parasha is actually satum, and if you look in the Torah, you'll actually see, and you look in the Chumashim, it says a samech before and after, connoting. So this is almost like a separate incident that the parasha is telling you about it. And if you look at Rashi, I'm going to read you this Rashi. It's unbelievable. It says here, Ben 40 shana, Esav haya nimshal lahazir. Esav was compared to a pig. Why? Shneemar yecharsemena hazir miya'ar hachazir hazeh kishu shochev poshet telafav lomar re'u shani tahor. When the pig sits down, it shows everybody that it has split hooves, because a pig has one of 2 signs: split hooves, but does not chew its cud. So the pig shows everybody, look, I'm kosher. Look at my split hooves, but it doesn't chew its cud. Just like Esav does. Esav shows everybody that he's kosher and that he's good, but in fact he's very much not. Kach elu, just like this, these people, gozlim mahumsim, the children of Esav, the same thing. They steal, they kidnap, umar'im atzam kesherim, and they show everybody that they're kosher. Kol 40 shana ya Esav sad nashim mitachat yad ba'dehim. For 40 years, Esav would go after married women and try to sleep with them and catch them and make them suffer and rape them. When he turned 40, Amar Abba ben 40 shana nasa isha af ani chen. When he turned 40, the guy thought he thought himself like a tzaddik, like his father, so he'll go get married at 40 years old. Look at the next Rashi, Morat Ruach, Lashon Hamra'at Ruach, which means a rebellious spirit. Kemo mamlim heitim. Kol ma'asehen hayu lach'is u'litzabon. That all their actions that they were doing, Rashi tells us, lach'is, only to provoke and to cause distress and harm. That's all it was for. And Rashi, and in these 2 pesukim, you can actually see Inyane de Yoma, this should be Leilui Nishmat, YEHUDIT, WEISS, who came from the Kibbutz Be'eri. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.